You know what the most expensive document in a Fortune 500 company is? It's not the merger agreement. It's not the patent portfolio. It's the business continuity plan. The one nobody reads until everything goes sideways. I've been writing those plans for 20 years, and here's what I figured out about halfway through my career. The framework that keeps a billion-dollar company running during a crisis works just as well on a 3-bedroom house in the suburbs. Today I'm going to show you exactly how to borrow it. I'm Ernie. This is Prepared, not Paranoid, where we build the plan and skip the panic. Here's what most family emergency planning looks like. Someone reads something scary online. They buy a case of bottled water. They tell themselves they'll figure out the rest later. Later never comes. I've seen the same thing happen inside corporations. An executive has a near miss. A server goes down, a supplier disappears overnight, and they throw together a binder, tab it, label it, put it on a shelf, and then they feel prepared. That binder is not a plan. That's a participation trophy for adults. A real plan has 3 things a binder doesn't: roles, communication, recovery order. That's it. That's the whole secret. Corporations spend hundreds of thousands of dollars wrapping those 3 things in expensive consulting language. You can do it in an afternoon. When I walk into a company to build their continuity plan, the first thing I do is a business impact analysis. Fancy name, simple idea. I ask, what are the things that, if they stopped working, would hurt you the most, the fastest? Not everything. Not a list of every possible bad thing. Just, what are your top vulnerabilities, and how long can you survive without each one? For a manufacturing company, it might be the production line. For a hospital, it's power and patient records. For your house, let me tell you what my analysis came up with. It's your communication ability, your financial access, and your medical continuity. If those 3 things hold, your family survives almost anything. If any one of them collapses, that's where things get genuinely hard. So that's where we build first. Pillar 1. Communication. In a corporate crisis, the first thing I lock down is the communication tree. Who calls whom? In what order? Using what method? Because when your primary channel fails, and in a real emergency, it usually does, you need to know already what you're doing next. Here's your household version. Step 1. Designate an out-of-area contact. Not your neighbor, someone 2 states away, a sibling, an old college friend, whoever. Remember busy signals? Remember the 4th of July when you try to call someone and nothing would go through? Same thing happens when a disaster hits a region. Local cell towers get hammered, but a call to someone in Phoenix from the middle of a Florida hurricane? That often goes through just fine. Everyone in your house needs to know that person's number, not stored in a phone, known and written on a card. Memorize if possible. Step 2. Establish your primary, alternate, and contingency contact methods. In BCDR, we call it PAC. Primary, alternate, contingency. Your primary is your cell phone. Your alternate is texting. Texts often clear congested networks when calls won't. Your contingency is a battery-powered radio and a pre-agreed check-in time. Step 3. Set 2 meeting locations. One at your house, the big oak in the front yard, the neighbor's porch, whatever's obvious. One outside your neighborhood, the elementary school, the library parking lot, in case you can't get home at all. That's your communication pillar, written down. Everyone knows it. Pillar 2. Financial continuity. In a corporate crisis, the second thing I protect is financial access and critical documentation, because when the systems go down, cash is king. And when you need to prove who you are to get help, a soggy memory isn't enough. Here's your household version. And it's simpler than you think. Cash on hand, a few $100s, small bills, somewhere in your house that isn't your wallet. Not buried in the backyard, just accessible, discreet, and not dependent on a card reader that has no power. Your critical document package. This is the piece most people skip, and it's the one that creates the most pain in recovery. Gather your ID, your insurance cards, your insurance policy numbers, your mortgage or lease info, your kids' birth certificates, your vaccination records, your pet's vet records if applicable. Scan them, put them in an encrypted folder in cloud storage, and put physical copies in a waterproof, fireproof bag. At work, we call this the recovery package. I'm just suggesting you put yours in a plastic bag instead of a $400 Pelican case. Same outcome, considerably less drama. Pillar 3. Medical continuity. This is the one nobody talks about until it's a problem. In business continuity, we document every critical dependency, every system, every supplier, every process that the company cannot function without. For your household, that means anyone who relies on medication, medical equipment, or regular treatment. Medications. Know the names, dosages, and prescribing physicians. Keep at least a 7-day supply in your emergency kit. Talk to your doctor about getting a 90-day fill. Most insurance allows it. Most people never ask. Powered medical equipment, CPAP machines, oxygen concentrators, insulin pumps. If anyone in your house uses one of these, you need a power backup plan. A battery pack, a generator with a transfer switch, or, at a minimum, knowledge of where the nearest facility is that can help. Medical information card, 1 page, everyone's blood type, allergies, current medications, and the name and number of their primary care doctor, laminated, in the document bag with everything else. If something happens to you and someone else has to speak for you, this card does it. Here's the part of the corporate framework that families almost never replicate. The tabletop exercise. We do these every year as part of business continuity. We sit around a table, we pick a scenario, and we walk through it out loud. Okay? It's 2 a.m. The power's out. It's not coming back for 72 hours. Walk me through what we do. No pressure, no actual emergency. Just a conversation that exposes every gap in your plan before the gap costs you anything. We used to do something like this as kids without even knowing it. Remember those dinner conversations about what you'd do if the house caught fire? Your dad pointing at the window? That was a tabletop exercise. Your dad was ahead of his time. Do one with your household. Pick a Saturday morning. Put it on the calendar. Ask. If we couldn't leave the house for 72 hours starting right now, what do we have? What are we missing? Who does what? You will find gaps. That's the point. Finding them now is free. Finding them during an actual event is expensive. I've built 100-page business continuity plans. You know how many people actually read them? My clients. Briefly, during the presentation. The most effective documentation in a crisis is the one-sheet summary, the laminated card on the fridge, the thing that anyone in the house can grab and actually use under stress. Your household version lives on one sheet. Call it your family continuity card. It has your out-of-area contact name and number, your 2 meeting locations, your primary, alternate, and contingency communication methods, a summary of any medical critical dependencies, your insurance company names and policy numbers, the location of your document bag. Print it, laminate it. Put one in your go bag, one in your car, one in a kitchen drawer. That card is worth more than a binder full of good intentions. I'm not going to tell you to overhaul your entire life this weekend. Download the family continuity card from the link below. Section 2. The out-of-area contact. Fill that in first. Then make one phone call. Tell that person they're your out-of-area contact. Explain what that means. That's it. One card, one phone call. Takes about 20 minutes total. Most people have never done this. And it's the single highest leverage thing you can add to your household continuity plan right now, today. Everything else builds from there. Now, I know some of you are going to want to build this out properly, and I didn't want to leave you with a framework and nothing to fill it into, so I put together a one-sheet family continuity card. It's the same format I've used in corporate crisis summaries, translated for your household. Every section we just covered is laid out so you can fill it in, print it, and laminate it. It's free. Link is in the description. It'll take you about 20 minutes to complete. When you're done, you'll have something you can stick on the fridge, tuck in your go bag, and keep in your glove compartment. That card, filled out, is worth more than a garage full of supplies you never organized. Link is below. Go get it. Fortune 500 companies spend a lot of money to feel prepared. You don't have to. The framework is the same. You just need to actually use it. Communication, financial access, medical continuity. 1 page, 1 conversation. That's the plan. Next time, we're going to talk about the part of the plan that almost nobody gets right. The 72-hour window right after something happens. And what you actually need to get through it. Spoiler. It's not what most people stock up on. And before I let you go, if this was useful, hit subscribe and hit the bell. Not just subscribe, the bell. YouTube will not actually tell you when I post unless you do both. Hit the bell. So YouTube actually tells you when I post. I'm Ernie. This is Prepared. Not paranoid. Build the plan. Skip the panic.